Good morning. Today is Thursday, 5th December 2024. My name is Vijay. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre Market Commentary, where we discuss what happened yesterday and what is likely to happen today and in the remaining part of the week. So, the title of today's topic is Once Bitten, Twice Shy. Now, why do I say that? Is because you see the kind of sentiment which is there is, people are scared and people feel that things are only going to get worse. And for every rise, one has to sell. Why they feel like that is what happened in the months of September end, October, and till last week. Last week, which was about say, let's say about 50 days. The last 50 days have been quite bad for bulls, and whoever sold on rallies tended to make money. But whether that is what the case will be going forward, let us examine. Before we do that examination, yesterday Nifty advanced for the fourth consecutive session, led by HDFC Life and HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank, which was a meme stock, today the people are waiting on to buy on a decline. It's unlikely to come to those 1200, 1300 which people were expecting. I doubt it will come even to about 1700 levels from where it has taken off. In fact, it was about 1600 in August fall when the index came down as low as 24,000 because of the yen strengthening. So subsequently, a lot of developments have taken place, and things are only getting better. And the mood is getting worse as far as HDFC Bank is concerned. The other one is Reliance, which probably also will do what a HDFC Bank is doing now, in my opinion, because the short positions, the open interest positions are huge. In fact, it's a record open interest positions right from when data was available since 2006. So it's a matter of time before Reliance also does that. And December is a month where Dhirubhai Ambani's birthday is there, and generally some big announcement comes around 26th of December. That is the period one can look at. So Nifty mid cap and small cap advance for the ninth consecutive session. So people have just forgotten what's happening in the broader market. People are looking at only Nifty. Bank Nifty has taken off. Nifty is doing well. PSU banks are doing well for the second consecutive this one day, and UCO Bank led it across the board. We've had PSU Bank, Canara Bank, everything doing very well. Realty advanced for the third session, led by Macrotech, that is Loda Builders and Oberoi Realty. And IT advanced for the fourth consecutive session. So IT is bounced back after a recent fall. FMCG was the top loser, that lost for 3 days. And Nifty Auto also snapped a 3-day gaining streak and came down. Bajaj Auto was one of the stocks which was beaten. Tata Motors also didn't do well. So autos are the weak point, though auto sales are good. Nifty Energy also came down because of Adani Green. S&P. Now, what happened globally? S&P 500 and Nasdaq made new record highs. They closed much higher. Dow Jones closed above 45,000 for the first time. So the Fed chair has made some positive comments on the future interest rates. I think it is now the futures market there talk about a 76% chance of a 25 basis points when the Fed meets on December 2021. Treasury yields have come down, which is good for equity because it is more on risk on if treasury yields come down, and 2-year treasury yields slip because Powell talked bullish or dovish, as you may want to call it. Bitcoin hit 1 lakh. I don't understand Bitcoin, but people who are trading in Bitcoin must be rejoicing. And FIs and DIs, FIs have come back with a bang, close to 1,800 crores purchases net, and DIs less than 100,000 crores sales. So now we are seeing FI slow turnaround, but turnaround it is. But last 4 or 5 days, things are getting only better. So global liquidity markets, as I said, FTSE was down. Apart from the US market was up. DAX really took off, and CAC was flat. The French government is in trouble, but still, that's what happened. Brent has come down. That is, in fact, as we speak, it is down. And the WTI is also down. Gold and silver are flat. Silver took off intraday, closing going to up to $32. So let's see what happened to global equities since last November 21st, when the tide seems to have turned. Dow Jones went up by 2.6. Nasdaq is leading by 4. DAX is the leader of them all. across Western markets, which is about nearly close to 6%. Nikkei has also done not bad at 3.3. Shanghai is the only loser, and Hang Seng has done nothing great. Now let's just look at India. What has happened since November 21st? This is where the crux of the matter is that once bitten, twice shy. Nifty has gone up nearly 5%, 4.8%. Bank Nifty has gone up by 5.75%. Sensex has gone 5%. Mid cap is close to 7%, and small cap has gone up to 9%. So we're already 9% up in many stocks, and people are still thinking that things will come down. If you look at stock wise, just mid cap stocks, if you take some of them, especially defense stocks, have done very well. Bharat Dynamics at 31%, Cochin Shipyard at 31%, fertilizers have done well, Vodafone Idea has done well, 20%, Mazgaon Dock at 22%. Generally across the board, Indian Overseas Bank and Biocon, we hold Biocon, it has gone up 18%. So there is a smile on our face. So please don't grudge us on that. Across the board, again, you have had in a small cap, you had Swan Energy, GRSE, Garden Reach, that is KEC International, Sonata Software, all doing about 20-25%. UCO Bank also has done well. Even IRCON, which was beaten badly, has done about 19%. So if you take where are we from lifetime highs, people feel it's a bear market. But Nifty is just about 7.4%. At worst, it had gone up 10%, 10 to 11%. So 10 to 11% is generally regarded as a correction. And here we are just about 7.5% lower. Bank Nifty just 2% from the all-time high. And we're still feeling bearish. Mid cap is 5% lower from the high, and small cap is 2.4. Just observe, Bank Nifty, which is one of the most hated indices, is just 2% away from all-time high. And people feel banks are not doing well. People are feeling that there is no deposit. People are thinking there is bad, the outlook is bad. So therefore, banks will get hurt. So that is where we are. Once bitten, twice shy. So a lot of people are missing. Even yesterday, I was watching, even though I was not in town, I just casually glanced. During intraday, the Nifty was sold like anything, but finally it closed in the positive. See, these bouts of selling, which is coming, huge selling, is getting absorbed. So previously it was not happening. Just 2 weeks ago, if a huge selling comes, it will get sold. So having experienced more than 30 years of this kind of selling and buying, all I can say is clearly the tide has turned. It's like a tug of war. In a tug of war, you just don't go. I mean, the one side doesn't win in a runaway manner if they're equally matched. Here, I'm assuming bulls and bears are equally matched. So at one point of time, bulls were the weaker party. The bears were, very strong, and then the complacency seems to have set in, and the bulls seem to be slowly and steadily pulling the rug from the bears' feet without the bears understanding. Some news on coal, on energy. There is a commercial coal mine auction, so that may affect Coal India. I don't know whether positive or negative, but if Coal India bids for that, then I think it will be good for Coal India. There's a QIP from Bharat Forge. This may have some impact because Bharat Forge is a very important, corporate. So you may see some movement in Bharat Forge down, and then again it may go up. Ministry of Corporate Affairs says that interns, now that internship thing is slowly picking up. Vedanta is taking, Titan is taking. Now a lot of private sector companies are taking interns as far as the data from Corporate Affairs Ministry is concerned. So they have put a number of stocks, which have a number of companies which are now taking up the government's intern policy. So that augurs well for employment for whatever it is worth. I mean, it may not be very big, but this is a start. And starts are always slow. Government policies are very slow to get absorbed. And once more and more private sectors take in interns, and they're also tweaking the intern policy of taking even kids as low as 18 years old. So that should give hope. See, finally, employment or feeling good is all on hope that tomorrow will be better than today. It looks like slowly and steadily that wheel is turning. Let's hope that it turns faster. So, as usual, though I didn't trade yesterday because I was out of town, as usual, we will be buying on all declines. We continue to be bullish on pharma, PSU banks. We have been holding it. In fact, in my list of the Deepavali Pongal, PSU banks figure prominently, Biocon figures prominently, Pharma stocks figure prominently, HDFC Bank is also there in that list, plus Reliance. I think the time of Reliance has come. Yesterday, I was talking to a senior investor. He said, I'm not having any hopes on Reliance. But I told him in the last 2-3 weeks, Reliance has already gone up 100 points from the lows. And nobody seems to have noticed. People are thinking Reliance is weak. The same thing they felt in case of HDFC Bank. When from 1600 and odd, it went up to 1725, people felt it is weak. But then from 1725, 1750, 1800 they thought is the resistance, the wall. But then now to get 1800 looks a good bargain in these markets. So time for Reliance will come. We are invested in Reliance. Please note, I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful and you have a good day. Thank you for joining me.